What's up, everybody? Eris from AvoidingThePuddle.com here. I wanted to quickly just review Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for everybody. Now, the thing is, I know there's a shitload of reviews out there, and who really gives a shit what one person thinks about the game. But what I kind of wanted to do is review this game from the perspective of a Tekken player. So, I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of the different aspects of the game, if this shit would stop loading really quick. But I wanted to talk about a few of the different aspects of the game in comparison to Tekken. For some of you Tekken players out there who might want to try the game out, and turn the volume down a little bit. Shit's kind of loud. But first of all, one of the important aspects of the game that is really important right out of the box is that it has important modes. It has training mode. Training mode has a record function. I'm talking to you, Namco. And it also has a lot of different things that you could have the AI do. Like you could have it jump, you could have it do all this other shit. So it's really good in that regard. Right now I'm playing just dicking around. I'm just playing Magneto, Doctor Doom. I think he has a cheap assist here. And haven't really decided who I'm going to play for my third. Or if I haven't even decided how extensively I'm going to play this game yet. But some of the things I wanted to discuss are the way the mechanics of a game like this work in comparison to Tekken. First of all, when you're playing the game, you may, if you have no experience with Marvel in the past, you may realize that the combo system in this game is like, you gotta be fucking Mozart playing the piano with this shit. There's like, you have to push 1,000,000 buttons to do just a regular combo. Like, it's out of control. And I mean, that aspect of the game made me start to think that this type of a game, it almost focuses more on your right hand, while Tekken, it focuses more on your left hand. I mean, Tekken is almost completely about movement, and your left hand has to have a fucking six-pack on it. You work it out so much moving around. And your right hand in Tekken, it's almost like if you hit a button, you're out of luck. You're going to get punished. So it's almost like in Tekken, you don't want to hit buttons when you don't need to. While in this game, you are calling assists all the time, and you're hitting all kinds of buttons, and you're doing all kinds of different shit. Also, the left hand, which is typically used for movement in Tekken, in this game is almost useless. I mean, you jump with it, and you move forward and back with it and duck. But all of the dashing and stuff, you can do it with forward, but good players do it with 1+2 or 2 punches in this game, and that's a dash. So you can dash in any direction with certain characters and stuff. And if you want to wave dash in this game, which is what I'm doing right now, it's 2 punches and then canceled with down. So, I mean, you're pretty much using your right hand instead of your left hand. And all you're ever going to really do with your left hand is point in a direction. Unless you're doing a combo, which the most complicated thing in a combo would be like a dragon punch motion, canceled into something. So, I mean, pretty much the point is that your right hand has to be way stronger than your left hand in this game. While in Tekken, your left hand has to be much stronger than your right hand, because you're not going to be using your right hand that much. Another thing that is important to note in this game is this game, offensively, is mostly about reaction. So, let's say I'm playing and I'm jumping around, we're shooting fireballs and shit at each other. I get in close and I hit with a few, crouching shorts or something. That's how you hit confirm in this game. So you have to visually see, okay, I hit him with a crouching short, I'm going to hit him with the, combo, and I'm going to continue it, etc., etc. But defensively, this game is a lot about guessing. Because some of the shit in this game is just so fucking fast, you can't see it. I mean, how the fuck are you going to see the difference between someone dashing in and doing a crouching short, or someone triangle jumping in and doing like a jump in? You can't see the difference between that, especially when there's a fucking assist coming in the room and he's shooting missiles at you. It's like really hard to defend with reflexes in this game. At least as far as I can tell. I'm by no means an expert level, Marvel player. I played Marvel 2 a lot, but, just for fun. And pretty much this review is kind of for the people who are at my level or below it and are interested in this game. Now, so like I said, defensively, you're going to be guessing a lot, and a lot of Tekken players might not like that. Offensively, you're going to be utilizing your reflexes, like I said, doing hit confirming different combos and shit. But I mean, the thing that I think might turn most people off, most Tekken players off of this game, is just like the combo system is just like I said. It's just like so many buttons, and you got to do it so fast. And just defensively, this game is really cheap. I mean, some things just take so much fucking damage that it's like, what the hell? It's like one mistake. I don't even understand how Capcom players have the nerve to complain about juggle damage and just damage in general in Tekken. But this is retarded. You can't even fucking block some things in this game. And now there's like an X factor. You can like, here, let me turn this shit on. That's an X factor. And once you turn it on, you do like triple damage, or I don't know what the numbers are, but you do a shitload of damage. And it's actually so much damage that even on block, sometimes you can just kill a character with certain, certain supers and stuff, even on block. So it's like, some Tekken players might be extremely frustrated with that, and they might just be like, what is the logic here? How would you, how do you expect to make a fighting game like this competitive with like, this kind of cheapness? Well, my theory is that the reason that this game is so cheap is because Marvel 2 was really cheap, and everyone knows that. But that game turned out to be really cheap by accident. And what I feel like they tried to do in this game is kind of manufacture this artificial cheapness that you can't really manufacture. So Marvel 2 was really cheap, but everyone enjoyed the cheapness because it panned out in an enjoyable way. While in this game, it seems like they tried to just artificially create that same type of cheapness, and I don't know if people are going to like it. I mean, it seems like everyone loves it right now, but that shit's been out for like a fucking week, So, I don't know. Personally, I had a lot more fun with Marvel 2, just on a for fun level, but this game seems extremely cheap for me, and it's like really frustrating when people are picking like fucking Sentinel in this game is out of control bullshit, and just a bunch of other things in the game seem just over the top on a competitive level, at least, just really bullshit. And I'm really glad that I'm not planning on playing this game competitively, because let me tell you, that shit'll give you a head full of gray hair. It's so frustrating. But on the level of just buying the game and enjoying it yourself, I mean, it has all of the modes that you want. The online, I actually played a good friend of mine who is also a Tekken player online yesterday, and we played a 1st to 10. And I gotta tell you, other than like a couple of minor hiccups when like the online, it just lagged for a second, the overall experience is really good. And it just feels like they really put a lot of emphasis on online, which again, I'm talking to you, Namco. This is really an important aspect to a fighting game. So because of that, I feel like this game is going to be really popular. Just because it's just like easily accessible online, and people are going to enjoy it to buy it and have fun at home, and just all that stuff. Also, for all you people out there that love online, there's a feature in this game where if you're fucking someone up online and they quit, like they're like one of those rage quitting online fags, well, they end up, if they do that too much, they end up getting put into a category where they're labeled as a rage quitter, and they only get matched up online with other rage quitters. So it's like, it punishes people for being super queer about their, playing online. I've never really been an online player as far as fighting games go, but I've heard that that's a major issue. So that's another thing that I think that people who buy the game casually might enjoy. But overall, I gotta tell you, this game is fucking out of control cheap. And I mean, I feel like even already, knowing a limited amount about the game, I feel like this game needs to be patched. And from the looks of it, it will be patched, from what I've heard. So overall, I would say that if you're interested in a good, a fighting game that, if you want to be like in with the crowd, everyone's going to be fucking talking about this game, it's probably worth buying and checking out. It's a lot of fun to just dick around and do combos and play online, and it's especially fun if you have a couple of friends that that also like the game, because this is a great game to talk shit, because it's so fucking retarded cheap. So you could just like fuck them up with the most like ridiculous tactics and then talk all this shit. So it's really fun for that. But competitively, for a Tekken player, I really don't know if it'll take a shitload of adaptation and a shitload of work to go from Tekken to this game and really succeed. just because of the it's kind of backwards, like I said. Right hand needs to be stronger than left. Defensively, you have to guess, while offensively, you have to constantly be using reflexes. While in Tekken, it's all about defensively using reflexes, like blocking lows or breaking throws, etc., or whiff punishing. And then offensively, it's you pretty much are guessing. You're doing like, is he gonna stand? Is he gonna duck? So, even though there are hit confirms in Tekken, it's just not as big of a part of the game as this. So I mean, I don't know how much of a review that is for all you Tekken players, but hopefully you guys know a little bit more about the game if you're thinking about checking it out. I honestly would recommend it if you just want to have fun and enjoy a new fighting game and learn about something that everyone's going to be talking about. So it's probably a good idea. Everyone's going to know about it. It's going to be all over streams, so you might as well learn a little bit about it so you can enjoy yourself when you're watching these streams and shit. Other than that, I really don't have much to say about the game. There's a training mode, not a training mode, there's like a challenge mode. Another thing that I feel like Tekken should have, which is really interesting. It has all the basic combos, and it kind of teaches you how the character functions in terms of combos. So it's really a good feature that I think Tekken should also adopt. But other than that, I mean, I guess I could just say that I recommend it. It's a fun game to mess around. If you think you're going to take this shit to a tournament level, good fucking luck. Because a billion people are going to be playing it, and that means almost a billion are going to be playing Sentinel. And Sentinel can suck my balls. That character is so crazy cheap. I'm about to pick that character. That's how cheap it is. I'm not even that kind of guy where, oh, this character is really cheap, I'm going to play this character, but I'm going to do it. If I'm going to continue to beat on my friends, I got to pick Sentinel. Because it's just out of control. That character is out of control. And I keep hearing that Dante is really cheap in this game too. So, I mean, personally, I'm following the game. I'm enjoying it, but I'm definitely not going to play it competitively. I just want to know about it so I can talk to people and, follow it on streams and stuff. But I'm definitely more excited about other games that are coming out. Specifically, obviously, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. This is the game's coming out soon, and this might hold you guys over if you're only into fighting games. So check it out. You might like it. I guess if I was gonna rate it, I would maybe say 4 out of 5 stars, because they put a lot of effort into the game. Graphically, it looks good. All the modes are good. Online is great. There's no bullshit scenario campaign, and the only thing I don't like about it is on a competitive level, it's like out of control cheap. So you can't really hurt a game for that, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm not planning on playing it competitively. If this were a new Tekken and it was shitty on a competitive level, I would say, fuck this game, it's garbage, 0 out of 5 stars. But, it's really hard to say. So, as far as I'm concerned, from my perspective, it's a very polished game. It has all the modes that you could possibly want, and it's relatively fun to play. So I would recommend it, 4 out of 5 stars. It'll hold you off until Tekken Tag 2. Alright guys, I hope that was sufficient. I'll catch you guys later.